My 11-year-old got expelled for hacking, and the school district hired her for cybersecurity. The school resource officer was reading my daughter her rights when I walked in. For a moment, I believed I had entered the wrong building. Mia sat in a plastic chair designed for someone twice her size, feet dangling 3 inches above the carpet, hands folded primly in her lap. She was wearing her favorite purple cardigan with the mismatched buttons, the one my late wife had sewn for her 2 years before she passed. Her expression was so calm, it bordered on eerie. Officer Dennis Carver stood over my 11-year-old with a laminated Miranda card in his hand, stumbling over the words, like he had never recited them to a child before. Principal Deborah Whitmore sat behind her desk, with fingers steepled, watching with detached satisfaction. I demanded to know what was happening. Every adult turned to look at me. My daughter weighed 73 pounds. She still slept with a stuffed elephant named Professor Whiskers. They were treating her like a criminal. I had been working as a network engineer for 14 years, designing and maintaining digital infrastructure for 3 regional hospitals. My specialty was cybersecurity. The irony would not become apparent until later. All I could process was the disconnect. Mia was the kind of kid who apologized to furniture when she bumped into it, who rescued earthworms from sidewalks after rainstorms, who cried for 3 days when her goldfish died. She started coding when she was 7, wanted to make a video game where you could adopt abandoned cats. Her technical skills had grown exponentially, but she had never shown interest in using them for harm. Mia looked up at me when I entered. The trust in her eyes nearly broke me. I had no idea if I could actually help her. Principal Whitmore explained the situation with clipped efficiency, words landing like hammer blows. According to her, Mia had accessed the school district's secure administrative network without authorization, downloaded confidential files, potentially compromised personal information of thousands of students, parents, and staff. The district's IT consultant, a man named Gerald Frost, had discovered the breach during a routine security audit, traced the intrusion back to a school-issued laptop assigned to my daughter. The evidence was irrefutable. Log files showed unauthorized access from Mia's device during school hours. Screenshots captured her logged into administrative panels she had no business viewing. The district was pursuing immediate expulsion. They had contacted law enforcement about criminal charges. My hands developed a tremor I could not control. When she finished, I asked the only question that mattered. Had anyone bothered to ask Mia what actually happened? The silence told me everything. Principal Whitmore's lips pressed into a thin line. Officer Carver shifted uncomfortably, clearly wishing he was anywhere else. I turned to Mia and asked her directly, in front of everyone, "Tell me what happened." She looked at Principal Whitmore first, as if asking permission to speak, then took a deep breath. "I found something bad on the school computers." Her voice was small, precise. "I was trying to tell someone, but nobody would listen." I asked what she found. Her eyes filled with tears for the first time since I arrived. "Someone was stealing money, Dad. They were using the lunch program to do it." The room went very quiet. I watched Principal Whitmore's expression cycle through several emotions. It settled on condescending dismissal. She suggested Mia was deflecting from her own criminal behavior, making wild accusations, a common tactic among young people who'd been caught. Gerald Frost nodded vigorously from the corner, said the security breach was sophisticated enough to suggest premeditation, not the actions of a child stumbling across inconvenient information. I asked if anyone had investigated Mia's claims. Uncomfortable silence confirmed they had not. Officer Carver cleared his throat, said without specific evidence of financial impropriety. There was nothing he could do about alleged embezzlement, but there was plenty of evidence supporting the unauthorized access charges. My jaw clenched so hard my teeth ached. I told them we were leaving. Principal Whitmore informed me Mia was suspended pending the formal expulsion hearing. Next week, I should expect to hear from the district's legal counsel regarding civil liability. We drove home in silence. Mia stared out the window with an expression far too world-weary for 11 years old. When we stopped at a red light, I asked her to start from the beginning. Promise I would believe her no matter what. She told me it started 3 weeks earlier. She'd noticed something strange about the school lunch system. A vulnerability. A backdoor that allowed administrative access. She had reported it to her computer science teacher. He smiled patronizingly, told her she was probably mistaken, so she decided to document it more thoroughly, and what she discovered instead made her voice crack. "Dad, I found over 300 fake students. Someone's been stealing from kids who can't afford food. Full story is linked below or on my channel."